Vikings. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And right away, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Steps away to his left. Able to get this to Gordon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Let's go now. 10 logo. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Lynch, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper, so the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, but it'll be 2nd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And an alley to run. 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Vikings 14, Falcons nothing.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run it here with Gordon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
26.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Open man is Ross, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
19. Topper. Switch.
Now Gordon on 1st down. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Handoff, Coleman, right side. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Check Mike 27. You better be afraid.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders too big. They want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
Slam.
Play action. It's Jackson. Uncorks one for Davis. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And it's complete to Martin. And he'll be out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Now they try the right side here. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Olivier Vernon. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Uncorks one for Davis. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
On 1st down, Gordon. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Aaron Lynch. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. A toss play. Gordon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
We got 4.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, 88. Hey, Delta. Pilot, 64, weak. Go to 50.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Melvin Gordon unable to push his way forward. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Jackson. This is intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson now to throw again. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
1st down, Minnesota.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. There he goes inside the 30, and he takes it all the way down to the 22. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Vikings.
Hey, zoom. 53's the mic. 53.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now it's Jackson. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Falcons, 6-yard line.
My game. It's coming this way, Here we go.
They go play action with Jackson. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Austin Safarian-Jenkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lutz with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Watch tight. Tight is right. 4 down. Rush in.
Rodgers now going to throw again. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
And this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Throwing again. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 88.
Rodgers again now. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be read it well. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Let's get out of there.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Not today, you are. Not today.
And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained. maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
That's a 42-yard line.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there.
On second and 12, Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second and 11 now. Jackson flushed out right. He'll run it.
You ain't going nowhere.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Slam.
On second down, Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, but now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jackson. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go? And now here is another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Cooper was the intended target.
At the 16-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And again, it's Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on, a big call coming on 3rd down. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his route so well. Hard to stay with it and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Cooper again the target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Check 30.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Bravo.
4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down.
To throw again, Rodgers. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Rashawn Gary, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
3-18.
3.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
Hey. You got 3. You got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Mike 8.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
3 down. 3. Jack Rabbit. Check 3.
Now a give right side, Coleman. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Check 13. Check 13.
He's crashing. He's checking up.
They will run again with Coleman. 4 yards with a 3rd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Jackson now. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because...
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers got a man open. It's Ross. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Rodgers going to throw. Cooper's got it. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Hey, take 26.
They'll run on first down. It's Gordon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons claw one back. Here comes Rodgers now as he'll go for the 2-point conversion.
Inside. Hey, echo.
To throw is Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really, accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for Minnesota. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 54 yards. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to rush coming, and he's taken down. Rashawn Gary make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defense.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Here comes Rodgers now as he'll go for the two-point conversion.
Hey, box drop, box drop.
Now Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Coleman on the toss. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Check, switch. Shift. Whip. Watch the whip.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Flare.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Falcons' 15-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On second down, it's Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Vikings 45, Falcons 12. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
You're not going to want that feeling.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You got time. Liz.
Throwing again. Rodgers. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throwing left side, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. On 1st down, Rodgers looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line.